Yes, hello. Yes, sir. It's Wednesday night. Yes, fantasy football night. That's correct. Line is forming to the right. Yeah, both fantasy leagues as well as the Survivor League. Correct. We'll be covering all that, sir. Yeah, some people did look like shit this week. Yeah, there were some that looked all right. We'll get to all that. Yes, ma'am. Mini bars open. It's always open. VIP to the right. Line is to the left, please. Yes, Wednesday night, fantasy football night. Always in season. Hardcore Challenge Live, yes. Commish is in the house, yes, he will be hosting. Yeah, it's not just silver and black tonight. Unfortunately, we do have fans of other teams that stop by on Wednesday nights. It is fantasy football night, man. I know. Normally we would toss them out, but some of these are hardcore challenge owners, man. Yes, show will be starting very soon. Thank you for joining us. These guys like to run a tight show. Enjoy the show.
T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.
Rips the helmet off Rudolph's head and then eventually swings it and hits him in the head.
1, 2, 3, where you not hardcore? Let you live hardcore. And the legend of the rich was way hardcore. Yeah! Now we're rocking.
What's up, fantasy football fans, owners of the Hardcore Challenge, members of Raider Nation, anybody that just happens to be strolling the fuck by and just thinks the screen looks cool. Hey, anybody! Welcome, one and fucking all, to another edition of Hardcore Challenge Live, the official podcast of the Hardcore Challenge, which, in case you didn't know, is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. So, thank you for joining me, each and every damn one of you. We've got a lot to run through tonight. It is where are we going into week 8 this week? So, shit is getting dicey. I know Roland's excited. He's sitting, he got the best record, I do believe, in the All Raider Nation League, so Roland's off to a good start. I know he's excited. Wants to have his fucking accolades. Wants us to talk about how great he's doing. I suppose I'm gonna have to. He's doing pretty damn good. All right, let's get into it. It has been a juicy week. We'll hit last week's game of the week. The big ball is the low ball is. Legal rosters, my God. It's the All Raider Nation League. It's you fucking. It's just the dysfunction of Raider Nation. It's the Raider fans. I can't get them in order either. The legal roster, the big league. It's not a problem. You guys know the drill. It's these new guys. You get them coming in from these minor league fucking fantasy leagues, and they give them one or two rules, and they just can't fucking get in line. So this week's game of the weeks, we got some fucking good ones. We had some great ones last week. We'll touch on those. Spin around the league, show schedule. Let's fucking get to it, so this doesn't take too goddamn long. Where are we at? Let's hit last week's game of the weeks.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
It's time
Is this not why you are here?
for the Hardcore Challenge Game of the Week.
I lost in a shootout in the game of the week in the big league. Dropped to 4-2-1. I'm still sitting in first place of the Dirty South in the AFC. But Brian, King Salami, he's on a playoff run. He's looking for redemption. He's looking to get back and make another deep playoff run like he did last year. And he's now 7-0. It sucks to score 200 points and fucking lose. I'm not a happy camper. Trust me. But coming into Monday Night Football, it was over for me, and I just sat there and was like, how much am I going to lose by? That's all it was down to, and that sucked. 200 points, took the L in a fucking major shootout. King Salami rallies late to take down the Raw Dog Nation. We were the first and the fourth highest scoring team of the week. Bummer. Only one team scored more points than the Raw Dog Nation in a game this season and lost. That is a shitty statistic right there. In our game of the week, over in the All Raider Nation League, we had a battle of the sexes going on. And unfortunately, Tony came up short. Gabe took her down. Close one, though. Another worthy game of the week, as this one was a shootout, as you see, came right down to the fucking wire, man. Right down to the wire. 195 to 191. And no team has scored more this season without winning. There's a stat of the day for you for the Shadow Raider. No team in the All Raider Nation League has scored more points and not pulled out the win. So, both high-scoring games in the game of the weeks this week. So, we definitely picked some good ones this week to highlight, and they both lived up to the billing. That's for damn sure. Big Ballers of the week. Who was the Big Ballers this week?
There's a platform stage. People primping.
This week's Big Ballers in the big league over in the NFC. Willie laid the fucking smackdown on Cheesehead. It was kind of half-assed close there for the majority of the day. But then by Sunday night, Willie just stretched it out. You know, Willie's buck heavy over here, so although it's a little rough for the Bucks on in prime time there. They took some big hits. Willie took a hit there too because he's going to lose Mike Evans, and Baker Mayfield definitely lost some weapons. The husband-wife game. That was Shadow Raider. The husband won. Gabe won. Tony lost. Raider Richie won. I lost my train of thought there. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. Game of the week. Or, excuse me, Big Ballers. Big baller in the All-Rated Nation League. We gave Willie enough accolades anyway. We don't want him to get a big head over there. Big baller in the All-Rated Nation League. The Savage Wolfpack gets smacked by the Hungry Dogs with a 214. They were the big baller of the week in week 7. Just want to make sure I didn't. Yeah, I thought I clicked on the wrong one. Nope. It was the Hungry Dogs. And they're the big baller in the week, and they can't get their roster right. Get your roster right, homie. Get your roster right. The Savage Wolfpack has been neutered again. It is the neutered Wolfpack once again as they drop to 3-4. They were on a little bit of a recovery there, but as you'll see, the bottom has fallen out of the dirty south of this Raider Nation League anyway. So JoJo's still actually in it, even with his neutered Wolfpack. He is still not eliminated from playoff competition. That's your big ballers of the week. Always go from the top to the bottom. Low ballers. Low ballers of the week. Let's hit the All-Raider Nation League here first while we're already over here. The low baller. Raider Nation 770 with a 118. Damn! What the fuck happened there, homie? Good lord. Bye weeks and injuries must be getting you. Either that or you're just not very good at fantasy football. One or the other. In the AFC, Bad Company with a 113 friggin' frackin' football time with a 109 for the lowest across the entire Hardcore Challenge Big League. Whew. Carol, it's really stunk it up this week. Let's do better next week. Let's do better. Legal roster. This is not an issue in the big league. You guys all know the drill. It's very simple, man. If only IR is allowed in the reserve spot, and that doesn't seem like that's been a problem, but it's the mandatory defensive spot. We added the extra defensive spot to help you keep a player to fill your defensive roster and get through bye weeks. That's why we added the extra defensive spot years ago. It is not so you can hoard an extra offensive player. If every single owner in the league filled their bench spot with an extra offensive player, that would be 20 more players out of the waiver wire, and you would not have any talent to make any week-to-week moves. It is a deep league with 20 players. This is why we have this rule in place. We added that bench spot strictly to support the defensive side of the ball. You have to have an individual defensive player, a team defense, or a kicker on your bench at all times. An active bench spot must be filled by one of those players. And you have 2 spots to use for injured reserve. That's it. That's it. And from now on, I do my checks randomly through the week. If we stroll through and it's getting ready to kick off, like tomorrow when I'm going to roll through in the morning, if your roster's not fucking legal, I'll make it legal. And I don't want to hear any crying about who the fuck I drop and who I move to make it legal. Everybody has to have a legal roster. And if you're not going to do it, we will do it for you. Last time I'm going to mention it. Then somebody's going to cry, oh, you dropped so-and-so, I need to better get through a bye week. Yeah, well, tough shit. Go to the waiver wire. Follow the fucking rules. Alright. Game of the week for this week. I guess we're going to have to highlight this fucker here one of these times. And we're going to do it in the game of the week to start out. We've got Lines, the Season 1 champion of our All-Raider Nation League, and the Black Hole. He's coming off a loss. He's still 5-2, sitting atop the Great White North Division. We got Roland, who's sitting atop his division with the best record in all of the All-Raider Nation League at 6-1. We'll give him We'll give him all kinds of sound effects. He's doing well.
Somebody call security.
He's doing well. 6-1. He is predicted to win this game right now by about 7 points. You got Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield squaring off. Kirk Cousins leading the way for the Haywood gang. Baker Mayfield leading the way for the Black Hole. This is a big one right here. Lions, he's got to come back. He took one on the chin. I do believe that was his son that took him down this week. So he's already been emasculated, and so maybe Roland can just completely squash him and ruin all hope for him. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to pick the Haywood gang to win this one. He seems to be the hot team right now. We'll see if he can keep it rolling. Sorry. In the game. Fuck. I probably thought that was funnier than anybody else did, but whatever. All right, moving along. In the game of the week in the big league, and this one's a big match right here, man. This one's a big match. You've got the only undefeated team out of all 32 in the Hardcore Challenge right now, and that is Brian and King Salami sitting at 7-0. However, there it is. Kevin is sitting at 6-1 and waiting for stat corrections because he is sitting in a 188-189 loss right now. So, one tackle goes one way or the other, and Kevin could possibly also be 7-0 in this game. So this is a heavy hitter matchup. Both these guys are sitting atop of their division. They're top of scorings in the league, and you see it is already projected to be a shootout. You got Knox Vegas Anarchy led by Jared Goff, and Jalen Daniels, the rookie, has been leading King Salami back to the playoffs. Right now, he's leading the charge. This is a big one right here. This is a big one. I'm interested to see who wins this game. Can Brian continue and go to 8-0? And will Kevin possibly end up 7-0? Maybe he goes to 8-0. Gets by way of stat corrections over Bison Broncos possibly. We'll see. Lot of intrigue in this game of the week here. All right, moving on. Oh, Christ. All right, let's take a quick spin around the league and get the hell out of here. This has already taken up way too much time. I'll try to keep the fantasy show short, and it always gets too long every week. It's because I don't shut the hell up. Like right now. All right, moving along. Screen share. There we go. Let's start this week in the we always start in the AFC. Let's start in the NFC of the big OG league. The Great White North. Lucky number 11 sitting at 6-1. Kilowattage sitting at 6-1. Also, Skull Crushers 5-2. Frackin' football time. Carol took a loss. She was the stinker of the league this week, but she's still only 2 games out of the lead at 4-3. So that's still a pretty damn tight division. Now this division right here, we got to take a pause.
Somebody call security.
What the fuck is going on here? Knoxville Assassins, Pack Attack is back, and the Emperors all sitting at 2-5, tied for first place. The Emperors only team in the division that won, and they haven't even scored 1,000 fucking points yet. They've moved up to 2-5. 1-6 has lost 5 straight. Take it deep, and they are actually only 1 game out of first place. What the fuck bizarro world is this fucking division in? The Wild West, the Black Hole, has lost 2 straight, and they're still in first place. This fucking division's in a goddamn free fall too. The Black Hole, 4-3, first place, After that, it's Cheesehead 2-5, lost 5 straight. Donkey Punch lost 4 straight at 2-5, and the Renegade Outlaws have lost 1, and they are also 2-5. Big there, but those guys are still only 2 games out too because that division's kind of sucking. Bed Bath & Beyond for the Dirty South is sitting at 6-1. Willie has won 4 straight. He was the big baller of all of the OG league, and he's sitting at 6-1, tied for first place. Bucknuts at 3-4, and I lost my Chubb. He's got his Chubb back, and he's climbed up with 2 straight wins to 3-4. But still 3 games off the pace in the NFC. Over in the AFC, Knox Vegas Anarchy is dominating the Great White North at 6-1. 3-4 is second place, and after that they have just completely fallen off. We can't even talk about them until they pick themselves up, clean themselves off a little bit. Emmett Who, the Elite East, 6-1. They're running shit. I got Emmett Who as was one of my big picks. Blackout, 4-3, trying to hang in there. They won 1 this week. Bison Broncos won 1, but they're the one that's holding on with that 1-point victory against Knox Vegas Anarchy. And the Stone Ponies are they're flagellant down there. I don't know what the fuck's going on. They are. King Salami at 7-0 is dominating shit. 1,413 points scored. They are just smacking motherfuckers around. They smacked me around in a shootout. Lost 230 to 200, and they moved up to 7-0. Stinky Pinky, though, has won 3 straight. He's trying to keep pace at 4-3. So is Under the Influence. They're back there chasing. He's also won 2 straight. Bleeding Green even's got to win 3-3-1. None of these guys are really out of it. They've got decent records. All of 500 or above. But, man, King Salami's just running away with shit in the Wild West. Dirty South, I am sitting in first place by half a game with the Raw Dog Nation at 4-2-1. All Pro Afro also lost 2 this week, losing 2 straight now, dropped to 4-3. Bucka Raider, it's a fucking fire sale. Reggie's looking for draft picks. He's lost 6 straight and fumbled those TDs. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there.
Yo, mama.
Shit's just falling the fuck apart. Falling the fuck apart for El Parate. It's not good. It's not good. In the All Raider Nation League, the Black Hole, Raiders All Day and Raider Richie all sitting in a 3-way tie atop the Great White North Division. In the Elite East, 5-2. And Maximum Effort and Max Destruction at 4-3, sitting right behind there. Let me see them TDs with the 2 straight wins. Has kind of pulled themselves in it. But the Autumn Pirate, he's going down the toilet down there. Going down the toilet. The Wild West is owned right now by the Haywood Gang. Shadow Raider at 5-2, right behind there with that loss in the game of the week. I'm sure she'll bounce back this week. Raider Nation 98 and Raider Nation 770, who was the low baller of the week. They're just sliding down the way, and Raider Nation for life can't get the shit straight at 1-6. And the bottom is falling out of the Dirty South of the All Raider Nation League here, as it is a 5-way tie for first place and last place, as we're all sitting at 3-4. I took a divisional loss to Autumn Wind. Oh, it was sitting at 1. The second game, it was the late game of Monday Night Football. My team fucking scored like a motherfucker. Lamar hit, fucking Rashad White hit. All of my guys that I had playing that night hit. I had a linebacker for the Cardinals who got, like a neck stinger or something at the beginning of the second half and came out. I lost 170 to 173. If that dude plays the second half, I win the fucking game. So because my linebacker fucking got dinged up in the second half and came out, I lost. Dropped, and I lost first place. Maybe a stat correction will help me out. I've had stat corrections flip 4-point games before, but that's asking a lot. We'll see. We'll be back here, same time next week to talk about your fantasy football. Let's check the Survivor League right quick on our way out the door. Did he survive another week? I didn't. Survivor. Oh, what did it do? Log me out? Let's check the Survivor League right quick before to see if he's still trucking. He is still trucking. He's still trucking. Everybody else, it was a fucking murderer's row right out of the gate in the Survivor League. And Raider Infernal, he's still trucking. That's my boy. He's trying to see if he can top our record set last year in our first Survivor League. And so far, he's off to a good one. He's hit it. Got it again with Philly last week. We'll be back here same time to talk about your fantasy football team next week. Good luck to everybody in your fantasy football action. Unless you're playing me, then I hope you lose. But good luck to everybody else. Until next time, I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.